Welcome, everyone. If you've been trying to speak English for a long time, if you understand the words but still stay silent when it's time to speak, if you feel shy, nervous, or unsure about your voice, then I want to tell you something from my heart. It's not your fault. You've been learning English the wrong way because nobody told you the truth. Nobody told you that fluency doesn't live in your brain. Fluency lives in your mouth. Yes, your mouth. When a singer practices, they don't read about singing. They sing every day, loudly, with feeling. When a dancer wants to improve, they don't study moves. They move their body again and again. And when a baby learns to talk, they don't study grammar. They just repeat sounds, copy voices, and train their mouth without fear. So why are you still treating English like a school subject? Why are you studying it instead of speaking it? In this video, I will show you the truth. I will teach you something no teacher ever taught you. I will give you a mouth training routine that can transform your English, even if you're a complete beginner. It's simple, it's powerful, and if you do it daily, it will change everything. This is not just about English. This is about confidence. This is about freedom. This is about giving your voice back. So listen carefully till the end. Speak with me. Feel every word. And if you want more powerful videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now. Because we are not just building a YouTube channel. We are building a revolution for English learners all over the world. Let's begin. Part 1. The big truth. Fluency lives in your mouth, not in your mind. You've probably heard people say, "I understand English, but I can't speak. Words are in my mind, but I can't say them. I know what I want to say, but my mouth freezes." Let me tell you why this happens. It's not because you're not smart. It's not because your memory is bad. It's not because you didn't study enough. It's because you've never trained your mouth to speak English. Think about this. Imagine a singer who knows all the lyrics, but never practices singing them out loud. Can she perform fluently on stage? No. Imagine a football player who watches YouTube videos, but never runs, kicks, or plays the game. Will he become a champion? Never. Now think about you. You've read grammar rules. You've learned vocabulary. You've watched English videos. But how many minutes a day do you train your mouth to speak English out loud? Without fear, without shame? Probably very little. And that's the problem. Your brain learns English, but your mouth delivers it. Let me explain something powerful. Your brain stores the words. Your brain understands the sentences. Your brain listens, reads, and remembers. But your brain is not the speaker. Your mouth is. So when your brain says, "I know what I want to say," and your mouth says, "But I've never said it before," that's when the problem happens. That's when the silence begins. That's when fear takes control. That's when you start feeling stuck. Even though you've learned so much, English is not just a language. It's a physical skill. Just like music, just like dance, just like driving, just like swimming. English speaking is a physical habit. It lives in your lips, tongue, breath, voice, confidence. You can only build that habit by repeating, speaking, practicing out loud. That's why we call it mouth training. It's like going to the gym, not for your body, but for your English. Every sentence you speak is a representative. Every tongue twister is a drill. Every new word you say out loud is muscle memory. You've probably seen this happen. You watch a YouTube video in English. You understand everything. But when someone asks you, "What was the video about?" you suddenly feel nervous. You don't know how to say it. Why? Because you never practiced using your mouth to express the message. Your brain was full, but your mouth was empty. Now imagine this. You watch the video. You pause every 30 seconds. You repeat the sentence out loud. You speak it again and again. Now you've trained the mouth. Now your words flow. Now you're not just learning English, you're living it. The reason you still can't speak is not because you're bad at English. It's because you've been silent for too long. But silence is not your natural state. You were born to speak. You just need to practice, not silently, but with your mouth. Part 2. The daily mouth training routine, the fluency gym that works. What is mouth training? Mouth training means this. You don't just listen to English. You don't just read English. You move your mouth again and again, like an athlete, like a singer, like a speaker. It's about speaking aloud, repeating with rhythm, stretching your sentences, feeling your voice, making your mouth comfortable with English sounds. This is how muscle memory builds fluency. This is how you go from thinking in English to speaking in English. The routine. 5 simple exercises. Just 10 minutes a day. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a partner. You don't need confidence. You just need 10 minutes. And your mouth. You can do this. In the mirror, in your room, while walking, before sleeping, after brushing your teeth. But do it every day and speak with emotion. Now let me give you the exact steps. Exercise 1. The stretch. Duration, 2 minutes. Purpose. Warm up your lips, jaw, and breath. This is your speaking yoga. You loosen the tension and get your mouth ready for English flow. Stand in front of a mirror. Look at your face. Breathe deeply. Now say these lines slowly and clearly. I am here. I can speak. I don't need to be perfect. I need to be free. My English doesn't need permission. It just needs practice. Repeat 3 times. Why this works? You're giving your mouth and your mind a signal. It's time to speak now. This exercise switches your mindset from student to speaker. It doesn't matter how simple the sentences are. What matters is how you say them. Say them slowly. Say them with breath. Say them like they matter. Because this is not grammar. This is your new voice. Exercise 2. The drill. Duration, 2 minutes. Purpose. Train your lips, tongue, and speed with similar sounding words. This is like going to the fluency gym. You repeat power word clusters until your mouth becomes faster, smoother, and stronger. Say these words 3 times, increasing speed with each round. Set 1. B and P cluster. Better, butter, batter, bitter, bottom, bitterly. Paper, pepper, proper, pretty, perfect, purpose. Set 2. C and K cluster. Coffee, copy, company, common, commit, comment. Set 3. R cluster. Run, write, really, ready, road, rule, roll, radio. Take a deep breath between each set. Then say, I can say this clearly. I can say this faster. I can say this freely, why this works. When your mouth gets comfortable with speed and sound, your brain starts trusting it. This is muscle memory in action. At first, it feels strange. After 1 week, it feels like a song. After 1 month, it feels like your native rhythm. Exercise 3. The Tongue Twister Challenge. Duration, 2 minutes. Purpose. Improve clarity, sharpness, confidence with tricky phrases. This is the ultimate test of your tongue and lips. Tongue twisters are fun, difficult, and powerful. They push your limits and make regular English feel easy afterward. Start slowly, then faster, Then faster again. Tongue twister 1. She sells seashells on the seashore. Tongue twister 2. 30 thirsty thinkers thought thrilling thoughts. Tongue twister 3. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Now say, if I can say this, I can say anything. I'm not afraid of fast words. My mouth is getting stronger every day. When you train hard, everything else becomes easy. Tongue twisters overtrain your muscles. So when you speak normal English, you feel fast, free, and smooth. Exercise 4. Sentence stretching. Duration, 2 minutes. Purpose. Turn small words into long, fluent, confident sentences. Fluent people don't just speak fast, they expand their thoughts. They stretch a simple sentence into a natural flow. You will now practice stretching your sentence like an elastic band. Start with this. Now stretch it. I want to speak. I want to speak better. I want to speak better English. I want to speak better English every day. I want to speak better English every day with confidence. Now breathe. Do the same with these. He is learning. He is learning English. He is learning English at home. He is learning English at home by speaking daily. We practice together. We practice together because we want to grow. We practice together because we want to grow and succeed in life. Why this works? You are training your brain to think in full English, not short words. This builds grammar confidence, speaking fluency, natural expression. It also helps your speaking mouth match your thinking mind. Exercise 5. Your identity voice. Duration, 2 minutes. Purpose. Build fluency with emotion, belief, and power. This is the most important part. You speak not as a student, but as the English speaker you are becoming. You say it with emotion. You say it with truth. You say it like you believe it. Stand up. Look in the mirror. Say these lines clearly and powerfully. I am an English speaker. I don't wait for perfection. I practice. I don't fear mistakes. I welcome them. I speak English with my voice, my feeling, and my power. I am becoming fluent, not one day, but every day. My voice matters. My words matter. My story matters. Repeat these twice. Feel every word. Breathe with strength. Why this works? Fluency is not just a skill. It's an identity. When you say these sentences, you are training your voice, your mindset, your emotion, your purpose. This is how you become the person who lives in English, not just learns it. Now you've learned all 5 exercises. Let's repeat them quickly. The stretch. Warm up your voice and breath. The drill train. Your lips and tongue for speed. Tongue twisters build clarity and sharpness. Sentence stretching grow fluency and sentence flow. Identity voice. Speak with belief and confidence. Do this full routine every day for 7 days. Even just 10 minutes a day. Your mouth will feel different. Your voice will feel stronger. Your words will come faster. Your fear will begin to disappear. Because you are not just learning English. You are speaking it, living it, becoming it. Part 3. Why this mouth training works. The hidden power you never learned. You've probably seen this. A student gets good marks in English exams. They can read a newspaper. They can understand English movies. But when someone asks a simple question like, "Can you tell me about yourself?" They freeze. They stay quiet. They look down. They forget everything. This is the painful reality of millions of English learners. They have English in their brain, but they can't use it with their mouth. Why? Because no one told them what I'm about to tell you now. Let me explain this with a very simple idea. There are two types of memory. 1. Mental memory, stored in your brain, helps you remember things, like vocabulary or grammar rules. You can write it, read it, or think about it. 2. Muscle memory, stored in your body, helps you do things automatically, like riding a bicycle, swimming, dancing, typing, or singing. You can't learn this by reading, only by doing it again and again. Now think about this. Speaking English fluently is not a brain memory. It is a muscle memory, built in your mouth. And just like you cannot learn dancing by reading a book, you cannot speak English fluently just by studying. You need to speak it, train it, repeat it, and live it with your own voice. That's why mouth training works. That's why this is different from everything you've tried before. Let's imagine two people learning English. Person A, the smart student. They know 1,000 words. They have a notebook full of grammar rules. They understand English TV shows. But they never speak out loud. They are scared of making mistakes. When it's time to speak, they say, "I know the word. I just can't say it." Why? Because they have brain knowledge, but no mouth experience. Person B, the slow beginner. They know only 100 words, but they say those words every day. They talk to themselves. They speak in front of the mirror. They stretch their sentences. They do mouth training exercises. After 1 month, this person speaks with more confidence and more fluency than person A. Why? Because fluency is not about how much you know. It's about how much you've trained your mouth to speak. Think about music. A piano player doesn't become great by studying music theory. They become great by playing the piano every day. Even if they make mistakes, they keep playing. Their fingers start moving automatically. They don't have to think. Their muscles remember. The same is true for you. You want to speak English? You must train your lips, your jaw, your breath, and your rhythm. Every day, that's how you become fluent. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah was from a small town. She never went to English-speaking school. She understood English, but never had the courage to speak it. Every time she tried, her voice shook. She felt small, weak, embarrassed. One day she watched a video, just like this one. It said, "Start with your mouth. Don't wait for confidence. Build it with repetition." Sarah was scared, but she decided to try. Every morning she stood in front of the mirror. She said simple sentences out loud. She whispered to herself at night. She did the mouth routine daily. In the beginning, it felt weird, but after 1 week, she felt different. After 2 weeks, she started recording videos. After 1 month, she did her first live video call in English. Not perfect, but fluent. Not fast, but fearless. And now, she teaches others. All because she stopped waiting for fluency to come from her brain and started building it with her mouth. Why most people stay silent forever. Here's the sad truth. Most English learners are waiting. They say things like, "I'll speak when I feel ready. I'll start speaking when I know more vocabulary. I'll talk when I'm perfect." But the truth is, you will never feel ready. Because fluency doesn't come to you. You go to it, you build it, you train for it, you speak for it, you sweat for it, you repeat it again and again and again. Just like you train your body in the gym, you train your mouth to speak. That's the only way. Let's break it down. Problem: what most learners do, what this method does. Brain full, mouth empty. Keep studying silently. builds real speaking power. Fear of mistakes. Stay quiet encourages repetition plus confidence. Vocabulary, but no fluency. Wait to speak speaks now, learns faster. Passive learner. Listens only, becomes active speaker. Confidence missing. Avoids speaking, builds identity through voice. Your brain can't lead this journey. Your mouth has to. If you wait for your brain to feel fluent, you'll wait your whole life. But if you train your mouth to move, even with small, simple words, you'll feel confident. You'll feel growth. You'll start thinking in English. Because the more you speak, the more your brain starts working with your mouth. They become a team. That's fluency. The mind-mouth connection. Explained simply. Imagine this flow inside your head. Thought, idea in English, mouth, spoken words. Someone hears you. If you never train your mouth, this flow breaks down. Your thoughts stay stuck inside. Your mouth doesn't know how to deliver them. You stay silent. But when you train your mouth, thoughts flow naturally. Sentences come automatically. You don't have to translate. You just speak with rhythm, feeling, and ease. This is how you build speaking confidence that no one can take away from you. Fluency is not a gift. It's a habit. You are not bad at English. You are just untrained in the art of speaking. And now, you have the training. You have the method. You have the routine. All you need is the daily practice. Do it every day. Do it even when you're tired. Do it even if you feel silly, because every sentence you speak out loud, every repetition you do, every whisper you make at night, is building a voice that the world will one day hear. Part 4. The 7-Day Mouth Training Challenge. Let's be honest. Watching this video is not enough. Feeling motivated is not enough. Even understanding everything is not enough. The only thing that will change your fluency is action. And not just one-time action, but repeated, daily, emotional practice. So in this part, I will give you a 7-day challenge that will change your speaking level forever, even if you are just starting. And no, you don't need expensive classes, a speaking partner, a fancy teacher, a perfect accent, or even confidence. All you need is your voice, your time, your decision, and 10 minutes a day. That's it. Are you ready? Let's go. Day 1. Start speaking, even if it's ugly. Mindset. I will speak, even if I make 100 mistakes. Today's goal is simple. Just open your mouth and speak. No fear, no shame, no hesitation. Say your name. Say what you want to learn. Say why you're doing this. Repeat these identity statements. I don't wait for perfect English. I speak what I know. Mistakes don't stop me. Silence does. I speak today, not someday. 10-minute mission. Do the full 5-step mouth training routine. Record your voice if you can. Even 30 seconds. You are not performing. You are starting. Day 2. Speak what you see. Mindset. My world is my practice zone. Today, practice describing things around you in English. Your room, your phone, your mirror, your clothes. Don't worry about grammar. Just speak and stretch the sentence. Examples. This is my phone. I use it to learn. I watch English videos on this phone every night. I am wearing a blue shirt. I like it. I bought it last month. It makes me feel confident. 10-minute mission. Full mouth training routine plus speak 5 things around you. Use real objects. Speak to them like a friend. Why this works. You connect English with your life. Not grammar, not school. Your world becomes your classroom. Day 3. Speak what you feel. Mindset. Fluency means emotion, not just words. Today, you'll speak about your feelings. What are you feeling right now? Happy, nervous, excited, scared? Speak it. Examples. I feel nervous, but I'm doing this anyway because I want to grow. I feel proud. I have completed 2 days of this challenge. I never thought I could do it. 10-minute mission. Full mouth routine plus 3 emotional sentences out loud. Say them with energy, with breath, with truth. This trains your mouth and your heart. Because real fluency is not about perfect grammar. It's about saying what's inside you. Day 4. Tell a short story. Mindset. Every voice has a story, and mine matters. Today, you will speak one short story from your life. It can be something small, a childhood memory, a funny mistake, a moment with a friend, something that made you happy. Even if it's just 4 to 5 sentences, speak it. Stretch your sentences. Add feeling. Example. Last year, I tried to speak English with a tourist. I said something wrong. We both laughed, but I felt proud. I tried. I spoke. That moment changed something in me. 10-minute mission. Mouth routine plus 1 short personal story. Speak it out loud, not in your mind. This builds confidence. Sentence fluency. Real life speaking power. Because in the real world, you don't speak textbooks, you speak stories. Day 5. Practice in front of the mirror. Mindset. If I can speak to myself, I can speak to the world. Today, go to a mirror, look at your face, and speak to yourself like a coach. Say, you are strong. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming fluent. This is identity speaking. 10-minute mission. Mouth training routine plus mirror pep talk. Optional. Add facial expressions, use hands, speak with energy. Why this is powerful? It builds body plus voice connection. You see yourself as a speaker. It removes fear and creates habit. Mirror practice is used by actors, leaders, and TED speakers. Today, you become one. Day 6. Repeat and stretch. Mindset. Repetition creates rhythm. Rhythm creates fluency. Today, go back to any sentence from day 1 to 5 and repeat it. Then stretch it. Example, I am learning English. Stretch it to, I am learning English every day. I started this challenge to speak better. I want to speak fluently because I want to grow in my life. 10-minute mission. Mouth routine plus stretch 3 old sentences. Why this works. This is how children learn language. They repeat, then expand, then own the language. Now, so do you. Day 7. Become who you speak. Mindset. I don't just speak English. I live it. Today is your transformation day. You've trained your mouth for 6 days. You've spoken to yourself, your world, your feelings, and your future. Now today, you say who you are. Stand up, breathe deep. Speak these lines aloud. I am an English speaker. I don't wait for confidence. I create it. I have trained my mouth. I have found my voice. This is not the end. This is my beginning. I speak. I grow. I live in English optional but powerful. Record a short 30-second video. Say your name, where you're from, and what you learned in 7 days. You don't need to post it. Just keep it for yourself, as proof that you are becoming fluent. You just finished a 7-day mouth transformation. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe your voice shook. Maybe you forgot words. Maybe you repeated simple sentences. But listen carefully. Every word you spoke gave power to your future. Every breath you took in English gave strength to your voice. Every second you spent practicing made you stronger than those who are still waiting to feel ready. You didn't wait. You trained. You didn't hide. You spoke. You didn't give up. You grew. Now imagine what will happen if you do this for 30 days, 90 days, every day. That's not just fluency. That's a new version of you. Part 5. The mindset of a fluent speaker. Many people believe that English fluency comes from studying more grammar, learning more vocabulary, watching more videos, reading more books. But the truth is, you can have all the grammar in the world and still stay silent. You can have a big vocabulary and still feel afraid. You can understand English movies and still avoid speaking. Why? Because speaking is not just about your brain. It's about your beliefs. If you believe, I am not good enough, people will laugh at me. I'm too old to learn. I'll never sound fluent. Then even the best methods in the world will fail. But if you believe, I'm learning every day. Mistakes are proof of progress. My voice deserves space. Fluency is my right. Then you will speak. You will practice. You will grow. You will win. I will no longer ask for permission to speak English. I will give it to myself. You don't need a certificate. You don't need approval. You don't need someone to tell you, now you can speak. You just need one decision. I speak, I practice, I grow, every single day. That's where fluency begins. Let's talk about the invisible enemies of fluency. The thoughts and emotions that stop you from speaking. Fear of judgment. You're afraid people will laugh, correct you, or think you sound silly. But here's the truth. Nobody becomes fluent in silence. Every fluent speaker you admire made mistakes, sounded bad, and kept going. You don't speak for other people. You speak for your future self. Fear of mistakes. You want every sentence to be perfect. But perfect sentences come from imperfect practice. Speak broken English. Speak slowly. Speak with pauses. But speak. Because broken English today equals fluent English tomorrow. Overthinking. You try to plan every sentence in your mind. You worry about grammar, tenses, articles, accent. And by the time you try to speak, it's too late. You stay silent. But fluency is not a school test. It's a daily conversation with the world. You don't need to be fast. You just need to be free. Comparing yourself. You see people on Instagram, YouTube, or movies, speaking fast, sounding confident, and you feel small. But listen carefully. You're not them. You're you. You're not late. You're on your own journey. Every fluent person started where you are now. What matters is not who speaks better, but who practices more. If you want to build fluency, you need to protect your mind. You need to build beliefs that support your growth. Here are 7 new beliefs to repeat, write, speak, and live every day. Rule 1. I am not learning English. I am becoming English. Fluency is not about passing a test. It's about building an identity. You don't just study English. You live it, speak it, and grow with it. Rule 2. My mouth is my teacher. Your mouth trains your brain. Speaking creates memory. Repetition builds power. Every word you say out loud brings you closer to fluency. Rule 3. I speak first. I fix later. Speak with what you know. Mistakes are welcome. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Rule 4. Confidence is a muscle. You don't wait for confidence. You build it like strength, through small daily actions. Every time you speak, your confidence grows, even if nobody sees it. Rule 5. I compete only with yesterday's version of me. You don't need to speak like a native. You need to speak better than you did last week. That's progress. That's fluency. Rule 6. My voice has value. English is not just about vocabulary. It's about sharing your thoughts, stories, feelings, and truth. Your story matters. Your words matter. You matter. Rule 7. Fluency is my right, not a luxury. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be born in America. You don't need to be perfect. You just need a mouth and a decision. And you already have both. Say these in front of the mirror. Whisper them before sleep. Repeat them until your brain starts believing. I am an English speaker. My fluency grows with my practice. Mistakes don't make me weak. They make me real. Every sentence I speak builds my future. I no longer study English. I live it. Fluency is not a dream. It's my daily habit. My voice is becoming stronger every day. English is not hard. It just needs my voice. I don't wait for confidence. I create it. When you stop chasing perfection and start practicing freedom, everything changes. You feel less nervous. You speak more naturally. You stop translating in your mind. You start thinking in English. You enjoy your progress. You speak with your full voice. Because now you're not learning from fear. You're learning from freedom. You've trained your mouth. You've completed the 7-day challenge. Now you've trained your mindset. You are no longer just an English learner. You are a speaker in training. And speakers don't stay silent. Speakers don't wait. Speakers don't beg for fluency. They create it. Daily. Through repetition, identity, belief, and bravery. From now on, every sentence you say, every mistake you make, every word you whisper, every repetition you do, is a step toward the confident, powerful version of you. Part 6. Don't let fluency die inside you. Why most people never become fluent. It's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're not smart. It's not even because they don't know what to do. It's because they stop. They pause. They wait. They let life get in the way. They lose their momentum. And slowly, their voice disappears again. That's why so many people say, I tried to learn English, but I gave up. I was improving, but I lost my habit. I feel like I'm starting over again and again. And the saddest part, the fluency they could have built, dies inside them. It never comes out. It never grows. It never gets a chance. But that won't be you. Because this time, you're not going back. Fluency doesn't come from one big moment. It doesn't come from a magic trick. It doesn't come from one powerful app or lesson. Fluency comes from what you do when nobody's watching. It comes from that 10 minutes before bed when you whisper sentences. That walk when you describe what you see in English. That morning where you speak to your reflection. That lunch break when you repeat your identity phrases. That tiny moment when you feel like skipping, but don't. Fluency lives in those moments. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Let me give you the real formula for lifelong English fluency. In simple words, speak every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. But make it daily. Speak to yourself. Whisper. Repeat. But speak. Speak with emotion. Feel the words. Don't say them like a robot. Say them like you mean them, like you believe them. Use your life as your teacher. Talk about your day, your food, your memories. Don't wait for a lesson. Your life is the best classroom. Repeat your identity daily. I am an English speaker. Not just a student, not just a learner, but a speaker. Don't break the chain. If you speak today, don't skip tomorrow. Build your fluency like a chain, strong, unbroken, powerful. Create a small wall, on your door, mirror, or notebook. And write this. Day 1, check mark. Day 2, check mark. Day 3, check mark. Day 4, check mark. Day 5, check mark. Day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, day 30, day 100, Day 365. Every time you speak, even for 1 minute, mark a check. That's your proof. That's your power. That's your path to real fluency. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be daily. You will have bad days. You will feel tired. You will doubt yourself. You will say, "Am I improving? Is this working? Maybe I'm not good enough." Let me tell you exactly what to do in those moments. Speak anyway. Speak a small sentence. Speak one line of truth. Speak one identity phrase. Even 30 seconds is power. Watch your own growth. Go back to your recordings. Listen to how you sounded last week. Feel the difference. Celebrate it. Remember who you're doing this for. Not for your teacher. Not for school. Not for YouTube. You're doing this for you, your freedom, your future, your dreams. This is hard to hear, but it's the truth. If you stop using English, you don't just pause. You start forgetting. Your confidence fades. Your mouth becomes stiff. Your identity becomes quiet again. That's why this system is not a one-time plan. It's a lifestyle. You don't need to speak for hours. You just need to train your voice like your breath. Every day, every moment. From now on, you don't speak English only when needed. You don't speak only during interviews or exams. You don't wait for someone to listen. You speak because you're a speaker. You're a fluent human in training. You are building the voice the world needs to hear. Use these every day. Speak out loud. Record, stretch, repeat. Today I feel. Right now I can see. I'm grateful for. This week I want to. One thing I love about my life is. My dream is. When I speak English, I feel. I used to feel scared, but now. I speak not because I'm perfect, but because. This is who I am becoming. These are not just speaking exercises. These are identity anchors. These make you fall in love with English again and again. Final part. If you don't speak, you vanish. Let me tell you something that no book, app, or teacher will tell you. If you don't speak your truth, if you keep waiting for confidence, if you keep hiding your voice behind grammar books, you disappear. Not from the world, but from your own potential. Because deep inside you, there is a version of you who is fluent, free, confident, expressive, bold, and unforgettable. But that version of you is locked inside your silence. And every day you don't speak. You tell that version of you, stay quiet, not yet. Maybe someday and slowly. That version of you fades. Not because you're not smart, not because you're not strong, but because you waited too long. Fluency is not a natural gift. It's not a language talent. It's not a personality trait. It's a choice. Every single day, you have two options. Stay quiet, stay safe, stay unsure. Or speak. Practice. Become one road leads to regret. The other leads to power. And the truth is, there is no third road. You either train your mouth or you lose your language. You either build your fluency or you stay stuck forever. You either become a speaker or you live like a prisoner inside your own silence. If you want real, permanent, unbreakable English fluency, then live by these 3 laws every day. Law number 1, if you don't speak, you shrink. Every day you avoid speaking, your confidence doesn't just pause. It shrinks. Your belief dies. Your rhythm dies. Your voice fades. The only way to grow is to speak, even in pain, even when nervous, even if broken. Speak anyway. Law number 2, if you don't use it, you lose it. You may have studied English for years, but if you don't use it, your words become dust in your mind. You forget. You struggle. You lose speed. You lose belief. Fluency is not a subject to remember. It's a skill to protect. Just like your body weakens without movement, your English weakens without speaking. Law number 3. You are either building fluency or building fear. Every action you take is building something. You're either building your confidence or building your excuses. You're either building your fluency or building your fear. There is no neutral, no standing still, no taking a break. Every day you stay silent, your fear gets stronger. And every day you speak, even just one sentence, your future becomes louder. Let me show you what fluency looks like. When you don't stop. Day 1. You feel awkward, you mumble, you repeat. Day 3. You feel silly, but you keep going. Day 7. Your mouth becomes faster, you say longer sentences. Day 14. You start talking while walking, cooking, working. Day 21. You no longer need to translate. Words come naturally. Day 30. You explain your day in English without fear. Day 60. You feel connected to English. You talk in your sleep. Day 90. You don't think English. You think in English. And that's when you finally realize you didn't just learn English. You built a new version of yourself. People can teach you. Apps can show you examples. Books can give you knowledge. But no one, not even me, can speak English for you. Only you can train your voice. Only you can build your fluency. Only you can create the speaker you want to become. And if you don't do it, no one will. Most learners will. Watch hundreds of videos, save Instagram reels, buy grammar books, say I'll start tomorrow, and then do nothing. They'll stay in silence. They'll stay trapped. They'll feel jealous of others. They'll feel frustrated in conversations. They'll lie awake at night thinking, why can't I speak like them? But you watched till the end. You listened with your heart. You practiced with your mouth. You are not like the rest. You are ready. Every night before sleep, every morning before the world wakes up. Say this, my voice matters. I speak to become who I am. I speak because I don't want to die with my voice still inside me. I don't need permission. I need practice. And I will speak, even if I'm the only one listening. Because one day, the world will listen too. If you remember nothing else from this entire video, remember this. English fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You don't need to speak like a native. You don't need a fancy accent. You don't need to impress the world. You just need to speak, to show up, to train, to repeat, to believe. Because your mouth is not just for eating or smiling or staying quiet. Your mouth is the gateway to your freedom. And now, it's time to use it. If this video touched your heart, if it made you feel like you can finally speak, if it gave you a method, a mindset, and a mission, then don't keep it to yourself. Speak one line today. Tell us in the comments what part changed your life. Begin your 90-day voice challenge. And subscribe to this channel if you want to build your fluency with power, peace, and purpose. This channel exists for your voice. This is a movement, not a video. We're not here to impress you. We're here to wake you up and help you become the speaker the world has been waiting for. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for listening. Now go speak and never be silent again, because your fluency begins right now.